Special Day of Service, high school students and social workers are partnering to give back.
Laura Samble is on your side with how they're working to empower single-parent families in need.
Focus up. This isn't a basketball game or even a volleyball game. Sophomores at Duchesne Academy are huddling before they wrap up their service project. They're putting together backpack baby bags.
Thank you.
As part of their yearly retreat.
So we started out making the bags and just kind of putting them together. And then we actually had lunch and did some other bonding activities as a class and then came back and finished them.
From blankets to books to sleepers, the student assembly line stuffs the bags with everything a new parent could need. Duchesne is partnering with Christ Child Society of Omaha to help empower single-parent families in need.
These bags not only provide the essentials that they may need, but also offer some hope.
Organizers say the project not only benefits new parents, but students and social services as well.
They're learning about our organization and our mission and providing service and help for others.
Once assembled, volunteers will deliver the bags to dozens of agencies across Omaha, Council Bluffs, and Lincoln. A win-win for all involved.
It feels really good. I feel like I'm really helping out the community, and it's good to see our class working together.
On your side, Laura Samble, 6 News.
Gosh, that is a great thing they're doing. Social service agencies receiving the bags include Project Harmony, Child Saving Institute, and Heartland Hope Mission.